Hello, welcome to another Tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration with your painter-in-residence, M. Francis McCarthy. And let's see, the painting I'm bringing you today is called Evening Light. It's a 7 by 10 and I painted this in March, and I'm real happy with it. It's actually this sort of interior forest scene, and it's one of these cases where I was so happy with my first color pass, I didn't do anything else. I didn't glaze it, I didn't go in and do any other painting. I just gave it a couple coats of liquid, and I just popped it in a gallery today, and I have high hopes that they'll find a good home for it, because I think it's a really nice painting. Now, I did paint the subject. No, I take that back. I've painted the scene before, but not this particular iteration of that scene. It's based on a photo reference that I took quite a while back, and this scene was just too complex for me up until recently. I found that I've gotten much better at simplifying complicated scenes and making them work. Which is absolutely essential if you're going to do interior forest type scenes. That's just tree, and you really need to know where to put the emphasis and what to leave out. And yeah, I think I did a great job on that. If I don't say so myself, I did a great job. Yeah. But I do. I'm proud of it, and I'm real happy with it, and that's one of the reasons why I was going through stuff to leave it Burning Issues Gallery, which is one of our, actually I'd say it's our best gallery here in Fongaray, and it's been going for many years. I haven't been with him for many years. It just recently got into the hands of a lady that I'd worked with for a long time up at Helena Bay Gallery, which is another really awesome gallery, but Helena Bay Gallery is about 40-50 miles out of town, so it's up in the a bit further north in the kind of hilly region up there, and they're awesome too. I just really love working with Burning Issues, and they are very professional, and they have a nice, clean, well-lit gallery, so it's awesome to work with them and sell work there, and they do sell quite a lot of work, so it's all good. Anyway, if you want this painting, contact them, because they've got it, and that'd be Burning Issues Fongaray. They can ship, don't worry about it. And by the way, I mean, my prices in my studio aren't really any different than my gallery prices. I just feel it's incumbent on me to respect that relationship and not undersell people that are trying their best to sell my work. If you're an artist too, and that's a behavior you've engaged in, stop it. Respect the gallery. We need the galleries. There's plenty going on online, but there's nothing like seeing art in real life and actually purchasing it after having seen it in real life. Personally, I myself, I couldn't even really contemplate well, I can certainly contemplate buying art other ways. I have, but I prefer to see the real piece, I tell you, and because what you're interacting with, let's face it, even here where you've got a video showing you the blow by blow, it's still a two-dimensional image. You can't get your nose right up against it and smell the paint, so to speak. Anyway, today is Monday. I don't know, gosh, I hope it's not like the 16th or something. Yes, it is. April's just blowing right by, man. Incredibly quick, and I have to say, I don't have much to show for April so far. I've done a little bit of painting, but 90% of my time has been spent getting busy with prep for my upcoming Past Masters series, which is getting close. Like I said, I thought I had plenty of boards prepared, but then I realized that I was going after like 44 scenes, which is a lot. It's going to keep me going for a while, but I expect to come out of that a better painter, and it's a good time to do these sorts of things. It's fall, going into winter here. The amount of guests coming to my gallery, studio gallery I should say, has dropped off considerably, and it's just a good time to hunker down and and focus on getting better as a painter. And I feel I've made some really tremendous strides in 2017 and the early part of this year. But we can always get much better, as is really pointed out when you start going after a George Inness or a John Francis Murphy. You just go, oh my God, this is so awesome. How did they come up with this? And well, I have a sense of how they came up with it, but the mastery at the level of those guys is something that I'm going for. I'm shooting for. I wouldn't say I'm there, but we'll let art history be the final arbiter of that. In fact, I've seen. I'm on Instagram. Hey, you can follow me there if you want. It's at Tonalist Painter on Instagram. There's some amazing artists on Instagram, and I'm often really amazed at how humble they are, and how they might even denigrate their own work. And I'm just looking at some of the stuff they do and just going, wow, this is really, really, really good. And that's it's always good. It's always great to I was listening to probably some of you have heard of the Joe Rogan podcast. I listen to it once in a while. I'm not that regular of a listener, but he was talking about fighters, and he was saying how it's so important as a fighter to fight people that are a little better than you, or at least as good as you, because if you just keep going for the low-hanging fruit, one day someone better will come along and they're going to knock you on your rear end, and you're going to wish you'd challenged yourself more. You're going to wish you'd really pushed the envelope. And I don't worry about trying to paint like other people. That's not one of the things that concerns me. I worry about, I don't worry about anything other than trying to do the best work that I can every time I sit down to paint. And it does. Some days it comes easier than other days, but even when you do something really good, I've done some paintings that were awesome, and then the next scene I went after, it was a dog. It would fail, and this is one of the things I knew would be true of landscape painting, and one of the reasons I decided to focus my energies on this as an endeavor, because I knew it would be a lifetime thing. It would take me a lifetime, the rest of my life, to get very, very good at it. And I wasn't wrong. It has taken many, many years. In fact, this is going to be my first decade of being an oil painter this year. Now, I was working as a professional artist for a good 13 years before that, but and I've been illustrating and doing pen and ink and digital work for many, many years, since I was a kid, really. I got serious about becoming an artist when I was about 13. I just decided it would be a good career for me, and it took me until my 30s to actually land a career as an artist, because I took a kind of sideways path. I didn't go to school. I'm completely self-taught. Well, I don't want to say completely self-taught. I've had books and DVDs on painting, but when it comes to drawing and illustrating, I'm self-taught. I got a few of the basics from some people back when I was young, but really everything that I was able to accomplish as an artist, I pretty much had to work for, and just get there the hard way. And I have a lot of respect for learning that way, because that really gives you a vision that's unique and to yourself. None of us are completely original. Nobody is. No artist is. We all are standing on the shoulders of giants, and I'm no exception to that. But I know that what I do is a result of my own hard labors, and that it'd be very difficult for anyone else to do it. So in that way I feel successful even today, but I can get better, and I'm going to get better. So anyway, hey, we're getting close to the end here. Thank you for joining me today. New subscribers, you guys are awesome. You rock. Old subscribers, you're awesome, and you rock too. Thank you for sticking around. I'll be back again real soon with another video. Meanwhile, please take good care and stay out of trouble.